standing next to a door which has been smeared with raspberry jam. Greetings, Internet. My name is Comedian, sadly, but enough about me because today is a wacky, exciting day. It's a pernicious, polarizing, plucky, pompous, pontificating day because it's a Patreon Thursdays. Patreon Thursdays. Which is a day... Oh, my AC just came on. I'm going to go and turn that off because it's more professional. And I am nothing if not professional. So, yes, Patreon per Thursdays, which is a day when my patrons, my Patreon subscribers, get to pick exactly what video I make. They get to reach through the internet and order me around. And if ordering me around sounds fun to you, it's very cheap to do. You can make me your little... Let me rephrase that. I will do whatever you want for just $1.11. Sorry, Mum. Yes, things have gotten that bad. That's right. For just $1.11, my lowest Patreon tier, you get to tell me what content I make on a weekly basis. You also get all of my Run BTS reactions. It's a pretty good deal, and I think everyone apart from my mum will agree with me. If you're interested, check out the link in the description to my Patreon. I also have Bon Voyage reactions, but enough of that, because this week my patrons, my lovely patrons, have chosen the song Sugar. No, that's not right at all. I'm letting them down already. They've chosen the song Shadow by my man Suga, lovely Yoongi Frungi, everyone's favourite cuddly, cynical, resting glum-faced teddy bear Suga, which arguably you could say about me except from half of those positive adjectives. But yes, and I do just want to give a quick thank out to Serena from my Patreon for suggesting this week's Patreon Thursdays video. I've read some of Suga's solo work, Dejuita, some of his stuff off D2, I think. Some really heavy bangers about depression, so I have no idea what it's going to be like, but I like his solo music a lot, or what I've seen of it, so I'm excited. If you're excited, make sure you are subscribed, make sure you've tickled my bell. No, make sure press the notification button, let's put it that way. Stay notified, stay safe, stay hydrated, stay indoors. It's 2021, life is crazy. Oh man, it wasn't going well. I don't know why I'm kidding myself. Let's just do this, right? Let's just get this over with. Let's crack on. The bubbly big hit intro, which means we might have a big hit on our hands. Do I have subtitles on? Do I need subtitles? Half the time I put on subtitles and then after a while I realise, oh, they were actually singing in English, but I get so interested in the subtitles that yeah, I forget that that's it. Anyway, I've paused this too quickly. But these visuals are amazing. And he's standing next to a door which has been smeared with raspberry jam. Hopefully that imagery is going to make sense in just a bit. Loving the visual effects here.
Wanna be rapped, I wanna be the top, I wanna be a rockstar.
It is in English. Every time I worried about putting subtitles on,
I wanna be the king.
It's in English.
I wanna go win. I wanna be rapped.
Ooh, as a video editor, I am very much enjoying this video editing.
Wanna go win.
Look at this overlay here. So cool. Like it's that thing which has kind of been, you know, popularized. Well, I guess it's been popular for many years now, and maybe has even fallen out of popularity because it was overused at one point. But you know, kind of like hand drawing, scribbling on a music video. Except this is more like paint. If you actually pause it and look at it, it looks like it was painted. I mean, it could have been painted digitally, but either way, it's convincingly paint-esque. So it just has an extra layer to it. It's really cool.
I wanna go win. I wanna be rapped. I wanna be the top.
You kind of already are those things. I don't know about Rockstar, but I guess you gotta leave that to Nickelback anyway. They claimed it.
Oh boy, let me see, I got a big trim, yeah. Ooh, 매일 설레지 내가 어디까지 정신없이 달리다 보니 어느새 여기까지 왔지.
I love their wordplay. I mean, I say they. There's just 1 out of 7 here, 1/7. But even just 1/7 of BTS is enough to drop down some serious lyrics and bars. That's the kind of talent we're dealing with, I guess. But I love the way he's phrased this.
Got a big trim, yeah. Ooh, 매일 설레지 내가 어디까지 정신없이 달리다 보니.
I came to my senses and I found myself here, if you want to be picky about verbs and tenses and stuff, that kind of stuff. It's such a great way of putting it because, like, you know, I guess I can't really speak for myself because, you know, just look at me and look at my channel. But you know, the way we've all heard celebrities describe fame, the rise to the top, it's such a bizarre, surreal thing that you kind of, you know, like 1 second you feel like you're failing or struggling, and the next second you're on top of the world. Apparently, I mean, that's what they've said, that's what I've heard. And so you look around and you're like, how did this happen? Like, celebrities will talk about that all the time. Mostly Daniel Radcliffe, that's mostly the ones I watch online. Tom Holland, also. Graham Norton. I mostly watch the Graham Norton show for Graham Norton. I wish he would interview himself one day. But, you know, can't always have what we want. So yeah, I think the way he's phrased this has just so cleverly kind of captured that train of thought. These visuals are so cool. Man, what kind of trippy stage do they have? Do they have like glass? Or is he just Spider-Man? Is he secretly filming this on the ceiling? It'd be easy to film this on the glass ceiling. I like that's really cool. Okay, wow. This is one of the songs where, you know, I'm trying to be all like, oh, I'm a comedian and whoop-de-doo. But then, you know, like, it's all serious, and then suddenly I'm like, frowny face. Oh, these lyrics make me think. That's a really cool metaphor going on here. He's talking about the shadow of his foot, which you could take as like depression, but I almost think it's more like it's the shadow of his fame. Like, the higher he gets, the more he looks down, then the shadow gets bigger. Which I guess doesn't physically make sense if we're being picky, but metaphorically, it's like his fame is increasing, so when he looks down, I guess I was thinking my fame's gotten bigger, like taller. It's not taller, it's wider. His fame's gotten wider or bigger, so he looks down and his shadow is bigger. But it also means he's higher up, and it makes the idea of falling more scary. Flying high is terrifying. See, yeah, so interesting. I can leap in the air, I can get higher, but I can plunge. Like, when you're on the ground floor, when you, like my channel, for example, when you're pretty much on the ground floor, you don't have too far down to go. But when you're like a superstar known around the world, the fall is much greater if you do go down. Like, obviously he's saying his glass ceiling isn't hit, he can still go up, but he also has way further to go down if he does fall. This is sick. This is really an amazing song and music video. I'm kind of blown away. Like, I guess I shouldn't be surprised at this point with BTS, but they have such a wide range of content. They have more chill love songs, they have some fun songs. Like, I guess it's been a while since I reacted to a BTS song, which was like really speaks to me, and just like the imagery is just so fantastic. Like, I put this up there with like the Black Swan music video. It's so good. Look at this. Like, you know, the visual of being chased by his actual demons, being chased, or even being chased by the pressure of his fame, and then like there's such a cool editing thing here to have him keep going, but then like he starts performing, and his demons like just slow down a little bit. Such a cool imagery there. But it's almost like when he's performing, that's when his demons are close to him, or that's when the pressure of his success is close to him. So I guess the implication is, like, if he's on stage or something, that's when the most pressure, the most, you know, guys in black suits chasing him down Matrix style is at his back. I just think that's really fantastic. This is, it's one of those songs where it's like, I need like basically an hour, you know, a full bowl of porridge, a nice strong cup of milk, oat milk, of course, to get through this. I want to pause. Like, I know it's funny because I'm pretty sure it was Suga himself who made fun of reactors who pause and just go, wow, but that's kind of like, that's what I want to do. I want to pause it every 2 seconds and say, wow, because like, it's so good. Look at this. It's so real as well, like, such strong imagery and clever wordplay. The more he rises, the more his vertigo, as in like the fear of heights, the fear of like exactly how intense it is and what it means to be this famous, to be this successful, overtakes him. And he says, I hate it. That's so strong, like that's so honest. Like, how many other celebrity, like obviously there are, but like how many artists sing about hating fame? I'm not saying there aren't any, but it's kind of quite rare to see in a band that are this big, because generally speaking, bands that are this big are quite beholden to certain interests. So the label will be like, you can't sing about hating fame because we want you to stay famous because of the money. So don't sing about that. Sing about how much you love the fame. Sing about how you want people to climb into your bedroom and you know, and buy your records off you firsthand. Like, it's just so honest. And it's a theme of getting what you wish for. He's gotten to the point now where he's saying, don't let me shine, don't let me fly. I know I don't want this anymore. It's like he's being like, I can't take this anymore. It is intense. Like, the irony is, it's so good that this would, you know, immediately win him more fans. Like, that is the problem with being really quite good at what you do, is it's hard to sort of, it's hard to be really good at what you do and not to be applauded for it, and not eventually kind of elevate yourself from the crowd and like, and get lots of attention and have people like following you. Interesting. The translation was a little off on this bit, but I think I understand it. So that's quite deep here. I think he's saying the most mentally stressful time in my life, or the time that I felt lowest in my life, was the time I was the highest, as in the time I was the most visible, the time I had the most people looking up to me and relying on me, you know, for content, for inspiration, for creativity. Like, imagine the pressure of being at the lowest point in your life whilst being the most famous you've ever been. I mean, we can all imagine that, right? I love the honesty.
I wanna be the top. I wanna be a rockstar. I want it on mine.
I love sandwiching this line, because at the front you're like, oh, it's kind of a typical like braggadocious rap lyric, like, oh, I want to be everything. But then he's just said how it's kind of like, you know, a dream that you thought was a dream was actually a nightmare, and now he's singing it almost ironically, like, oh yeah, it's still the dreams I had, and look where it's got me, in a corridor filled with raspberry jam. It's a tough life.
I wanna be left. I wanna be the top.
Ooh, okay. Oh, it's getting really hardcore now. I like it.
I wanna be the king. I wanna be me. I wanna be.
I love how the last thing he said in that line was, I want to be me. It's almost as if he's saying, like, these are all the things I thought I wanted, and now it's happened. I just want to be me again. Because I think that is also another thing, you know. What's that phrase? Fame is a mask that eats into the face. Like, I think it, you know, fame and the pressures of fame can change you. They can make you feel like, who am I anymore? I love that he ends on that. Now, without tooting my own horn, like, I love these visuals. These are the kind of visuals I've done. Like, I haven't done anything quite this cool or like, you know, developed, but like, this is right up my alley. Like, I've definitely done like overlays, hands, faces, arms. Like, I love trippy stuff like this. In a way, it's some of the simpler stuff you can do compared to like some editing stuff, you know, actual like visual effects that take hours, masking that takes years. Like, you can kind of do this by overlaying a lot of frames, but sometimes the stuff that's kind of simple but more creatively minded is the best. Like the stuff that you don't have to spend 10 years editing something to get a really cool effect. Sometimes just thinking of something unique, you know, that actually only takes a few minutes is really cool. Like, this is sick. I love this effect. Okay, this is great. So now it's become like a duality, like almost a schizophrenic split personality type thing, where it's the two sides of himself, the side of him that's just ickle sugar, just sweet little innocent baby-faced sugar, and the other side of him, you know, that still has hunger for success, that wanted to be famous, wanted to be rich, wanted to be a great rap star, all that stuff. You know, you can have both those personalities trapped in one body, and I don't know if I'm correct about this, but I feel like that maybe the guys in the suits were supposed to be him, because he looks like he's wearing black now. So I'm wondering if the people that were chasing after him is actually just supposed to be him, like his desire to succeed and everything, which is kind of bullying the him that just kind of wants to be left alone and have a bit of a lie down and a cup of tea and a biscuit or something. That's what I'm getting from it. I think it's incredible imagery. Alright, the beat is It's disgusting, absolutely foul, just completely filthy, degenerate filth. They should feel ashamed for putting such disgusting, dank filth into the world. I love it. And this visual here, the coolest one of the I mean, that's really cool. See, that stuff is like, that's like a robot camera or something, like technically quite expensive to do, quite fancy. But in my mind, this effect coming right up, this bit, much simpler to do, technically speaking, but much cooler. Like, at me at least, this is the coolest effect so far. That's what I'm talking about when it comes to like creativity and how you don't need to have like the fanciest stuff. That is so cool. That is basically just like taking some fixed images with a camera, 2 different camera angles, and then the mirror splice. It's so cool. Perfectly syncs the music. Okay, yeah, I think I was right. I think they because they're hiding all these faces. Obviously, it would be hard to actually try and get Suga's face into all of that. That would probably require a much bigger budget. But the implication is that he's all these people. Ooh. Okay. Wow. Like, yeah. It's been a while since I've been left speechless by a BTS video. It takes a lot for me to be left speechless. You know, I talk a lot. I talk a lot more. I probably, for every 6 or 7 words I say, there's probably about 1 word's worth of meaning. I do talk a lot, but that was incredible. I mean, I think it was the fact that the song was amazing, the lyrics were amazing, and the music video was amazing. That's a holy trifecta. You can't really beat that. I guess if somebody had brought me a nice plate of cheddar, like proper cheddar, at the same time, then maybe that would have been like even better. But that was, yeah, wow. I'm glad you guys voted for that, my lovely patrons. I hope you guys watching this on YouTube enjoyed this too. Like I said, don't forget, you can go on my Patreon and you can help shape my content like this. For just $1, you can make me watch stuff like this that I might not have seen otherwise, or I might not have seen until like another 10 years or so. Yeah, I'm still a bit overwhelmed by how fantastic that was. That was amazing. Please keep your suggestions coming, guys. Do make sure you are subscribed so you can watch my future reactions. And like the video if you liked it. That's common sense, hopefully. You know, clicky click, 1 click is all it takes to make my YouTube channel tick. I'm going to go and have a nice lie down now and think about reality and existential stuff. But until then, all I have to say is have a great day. I'll see you soon. And remember, if you like this reaction to Suga's Shadow, then click the subscribe button or I'll get maddo.